Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. It's Lemurian Donna Carol, and I'm so glad that you're here tonight. I want to say hello to Angelique, hello to Victoria. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys are doing great. So I am doing really well. By the way, I just took 2 allergy pills because the allergies here today are really bad, and my nose itches when I channel. So I'm trying to be proactive. Anyhow, if you read in the chat section, you'll see that I was on Straight Talk for the Soul on Friday, 2 days ago. And that's why I feel so happy I'm on top of the world, because it was really fun being on the show. And I really do adore Carrie Murphy. She's just a beautiful, beautiful person. And she's just the same way in or off screen. And anyhow, this has been my 4th time on the show, and I will be going back August 2nd. And I was able to channel the Lemurian Mother Goddess. And she connected everyone to the crystal, which is off the coast of Maui. There's actually a physical, huge mother crystal that sunk when Lemuria sunk, and it's off the coast of Maui. And I found that out in 2019 when I went to Maui. So in the channeling, she activated the crystal, and then she connected people to it. And this was all done within your heart space. And then she poured out her energy. So it was an activation. If you have a chance to listen to the replay, do the activation, because it will do nothing but help you. And her energy is beautiful. It's like a soft, beautiful pink color. And she's just pure love. And she will help you in any way that she can. So I'm still kind of high from being on the show. And then Carrie asked me back August 2nd, so I'll be on again. And I'm going to Mount Shasta in June, and I have a feeling I will be talking about my adventures in Mount Shasta, because I'm hoping to have some. I'm meeting up with my friend Gary, who is a very interesting guy. He just released a new video. His name is Gary Piazza, and it's called The New Earth, and you can watch this video on YouTube. It's basically his song that he has composed. It's an original composition, and it's beautiful, and it's all about the new earth. And he told me that it's coated with light. So when you listen to the song again, you get downloads and you get activated. And he's actually the soul that opened the Lemurian records in Mexico 3 years ago. So he's a wonderful Lemurian. I'm a Lemurian. I'm sure a lot of you are Lemurian. But anyhow, go check out his channel, Gary Piazza, and the song is A New Earth. So, so that's what's going on with me. And lastly, I was thinking about what to channel, and my cat, Chloe Ann, wanted to bring in a message. So I'm going to channel Chloe Ann tonight, and then next Sunday I'm going to channel Benjamin. And I have channeled animals before, but it's been a while. So we'll see what she has to say. And I go to a wonderful animal communicator when I have issues with my cats. But maybe if I start channeling them, that won't be necessary. Although I like doing that, because it's, a third person and it's objective. So we'll see what Chloe Ann has to say. So I'll give you a little bit of background on Chloe Ann. Chloe Ann, she came to me from the animal shelter in Albuquerque, the East Side Animal Shelter. In 2020, in August, I decided that I wanted to foster kittens. So I contacted the shelter that summer and asked them if they could, hook me up. And so they sent out emails with all the little kittens. And this email came out, and there was this kitten, and she was 10 days old. So what had happened is someone found her outside, and she came into the shelter when she was about 3 days old. And she went to a foster for 1 week, but the foster had to go out of town. Something came up, so Chloe was returned back to the shelter, but she really needed to be fostered because she was so young. She was a bottle baby, and she needed to be bottle fed. And newborn kittens need to be bottle fed every 2 hours. Although by her age, it was like every 3, maybe every 4 hours. So I just saw her little face and I said, oh my gosh, I want to bottle feed her. And I thought, getting one kitten instead of a whole litter would be a good way to start, since I'd never fostered before, although I've had cats. So Chloe came into my home and I bottle fed her, and she was such a good girl, and she's so sweet. And she was a little black kitten with blue eyes. Then eventually her eyes turned yellow-green, but she's pure black. She's got one white little piece of fur on her chest, one. It's so funny, but I can see it. So anyhow, I bottle fed Chloe and I raised her and I fell in love with her, so I decided to adopt her. And then I thought, oh, Chloe needs a companion. So, excuse me, a few weeks later, I went ahead and I took in another foster, and his name, well, I named him Benjamin. And this is very interesting. It's so funny. When I got the kittens, they told me Chloe was a boy and his name was Atticus. And by the time he was going to be neutered, I was calling him Atticus. They told me he was a girl. So, they got the sex mixed up. And then they did the same thing with Benjamin. They told me he was a girl, so I named him Claire. And I thought, wow, this is a big girl. Because Benjamin actually is a very big cat. He's big and he's strong and he's a gentle giant. He's very sweet and he's very attached to me. He's very protective of me. He lies outside my bedroom door at night, protects me. But anyhow, I got Benjamin when he was 9 weeks old. I thought he was a girl, but he was found outside, and he had been outside for 9 weeks. So he had PTSD, and he still does. He's very scared of noises, and he is scared of people, which is unfortunate, because he's such a loving cat. And it doesn't help that I live alone, so they're not really exposed to a lot of people. But Chloe loves people. She's always going up to people, and she's pretty funny. She'll be outside. She's a huntress, and I've had to work with her on that. But she's fast. She's very fast. She's very athletic. She's all over the place. And the dogs that come out, she wants to be the boss, and she'll take her little paw and she'll boop the dogs on their nose, like boop, like get in line. It's so funny. Really, she does this, and it's like big dogs. And it's just funny to watch. So she's a character. And Benjamin, he stays inside. He stays with me. He loves food. He can't get enough food. And he's constantly meowing for food. And, Benjamin's more like me. He likes to eat. He likes to drink. He likes to be inside. He likes to sleep, So that is the story of my 2 kittens. And then I decided to adopt Benjamin because Chloe and Benjamin did get along pretty well. And then I tried to foster again. And if you look back at my old videos, you'll see pictures of Snickers. And so I brought in Snickers and I fostered her for probably 6 weeks. But Chloe was extremely jealous. Female cats get territorial. And she did not want Snickers here. And I kept Snickers until she was ready to be put up for adoption, because I didn't want her to go through going into more than one foster home. But I had to put her up for adoption because Chloe did not want her here. And when Snickers was here, Snickers was like really funny, very kind of aggressive, quite a character. Chloe was outside the whole time. She just wouldn't come inside. So we put Snickers up for adoption. She got adopted in a day and a half. So it really does pay to foster. I mean, if there weren't fosters that took in these little kittens and puppies, when they're abandoned outside, then they would have to be euthanized. And actually many are. So the more fosters that can help these little, souls grow up and have a good life, the better. And eventually it would be great if we could get all the stray animals sterilized so that we don't have the problem of unwanted companion animals, right? Anyhow, so that's the story of Chloe and Benjamin. And Chloe's a black kitten. She's athletic. She's very small. She's very slim. And she's very fast. And Benjamin is big and muscular, and he's a white and gray cat. And I'm going to channel him next week. So let's look at the chat. I want to say hi to, let's see, Radio and Andrea. Andrea, thanks for the comment about these glasses. These are not glasses to see near or long distance. They're actually blue ray glasses that block the light from the computer. But I think they make me look pretty studious. They make me look like I'm really in business, right? So, but thank you, I appreciate that. So, anyhow, so I'm feeling really, really good. The only thing I have to shift is I'm up all night, sleeping during the day. I'm aligned with my cats. They're nocturnal and I'm nocturnal, so I need to become a morning person. So I'm going to work on that energetically and try and reset my circadian rhythms, my biological clock. All right, well, I think we can get started. I'm going to bring in Chloe. And by the way, there was these kids out here like 2 days ago, a group of them, 4 kids, probably around 9, 10 years old. And this one kid saw Chloe and goes, ah! He started freaking out. He's like, get that cat away from me. That cat's no good. He was scared of her because she's a pure black cat. And I just was like, oh, please, but but nothing could be further from the truth. She's a beautiful, beautiful being, and she's 100% in the light, and she's extremely sweet. So just wanted to point that out, that people will have reactions to stereotypes that animals carry. So I'm sure you know that. And I'm sure a lot of you are animal people. So, okay, I'm going to go in and bring in Chloe. I have never channeled her before. All right, so at this time, I want to bring in my highest and best healing and channeling guides. I'd like to bring in the archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Gabriel. I'm calling in thousands and thousands of warrior protection angels around everyone watching this live stream or watching this video later. I call in lots of protection angels around Chloe and myself. Block all negative entities, energies, and thought forms. And if anything's released by anybody here, I ask the guides to take it to source and transmute it into light. I would like to bring in my cat, Chloe Ann, originally known as Atticus. That was a long time ago. But anyhow, I'd like to bring in Chloe Ann, and I want her to speak through me and give a message to the audience today. We really appreciate you doing this. Amen. Hi, Mom. Well, I thought you'd never ask me to channel, and I'm so happy that you did, because I have a message for you and everybody out there. First of all, I am a cat, but that does not mean that I do not know what's going on. Trust me, I know exactly what's going on with everybody that I come across, and I can read energy. I can read your energy. I know if you're sad, if you're depressed, if you're happy, if you're in love. I see it all because I'm constantly reading the energy and the people that I come across and the animals too. And so just, it really bothers me actually that people treat us like we don't know anything or that we're dumb, or just because we're not verbalizing or speaking or communicating with you verbally does not mean that we're not spiritually inclined and intelligent and emotional. So I just wanted to get that across first of all. And I'm really glad that I can speak through you because it's, it was on my mind. It was something I needed to get off my chest. Um, so I want to say, Mom, I was really, really, really happy that you adopted me. And I wanted you to know that we actually had a soul contract to work together. You contracted to bring me in my cat body into your world. We have been together many times in the past, and some of these lifetimes we were together as animals and humans, and so we do have a long history of being together, and that's why we're so close. I think you can read me pretty well. You know when I'm not happy, like when Benji comes up to me and starts tackling me, and I'm just interrupting her and I'm saying, Chloe, you always instigate that. You always attack. I'm playing with Benji. Okay, I'm playing with Benji. I kind of want to play, and then he just gets too aggressive, and then he tries to pin me to the ground, and it makes me really mad, Mom. I don't like it. Okay, okay. Well, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about what you want to tell the people. Okay, well, I want to tell the people that yes, cats are better than dogs. Dogs are like, I mean, really, dogs are just like, oh my gosh, can we just have a talk here? Dogs are just so easily trained, manipulated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're okay. I have a dog friend, but that one dog, Chloe, there's a dog, Chloe, named Chloe here. She really wants to just attack me, and I'm just laughing because she can't get to me. She's on her mom's leash. Anyhow, I just want to say that it's really fun to be here, and I'm really grateful that you let me go outside because I love being outside. I like climbing up the trees. I like talking to the people. I like seeing the people, and the people here are really nice, Mom. And they give me, you're not going to believe this, but sometimes I go into people's homes here. There's a couple people I like to visit. They let me in. And they give me treats, Mom. But I'm not going to tell you who they are because I don't want you to, listen, I'm okay with that. Well, they're really nice to me. They like me, and I feel like I am the boss of the neighborhood. And if someone wants to be in the courtyard, they really have to pass my inspection. I am the smallest little thing out there, but that does not mean that I don't know what's going on and that people don't have to undergo my inspection. And it's that simple. Most of the dogs are pretty nice. There's a couple that are like crazy out there, a little neurotic. And of course, Benji can be a bully, but I can hold my own. I just want to say that I was so glad that you adopted me, and I'm so glad that Snickers went up for adoption somewhere else because I felt like you were treating her with, you just loved her so much, Mom, and I felt like she took my place because she was this young little kitten, and I had been a year and a half old by that time, and I felt like you loved her more than you loved me, and it really hurt. But I realized that it was just that cuteness kitten overload that got to you. But she was like a mini me because she was like a little black kitten too, and she wanted to be the boss, and that was not going to happen. So she's in a good home, by the way. I see her. We do communicate every now and then, believe it or not. She tells me what's going on. There's a dog in that home. It's a white poodle Maltese mix, and they get along pretty well, but Chloe is the boss there, and she lives with a woman. There's two children, and there's a boyfriend or a guy that comes and goes. So she's got a good home. The mom just dotes on Snickers, kind of, so it's good for Snickers. Anyhow, I want Benjamin to stop stealing my food. I want Benjamin to play with me and not be a bully. And I think he needs to get over his fear of going outside. Nothing's happened to him outside. He's going to be good outside. And I do appreciate you putting protection around us, but I kind of don't like the fact that you put protection around the birds and the rodents and the reptiles because I want to hunt them and now I can't. So, Mom, I don't think you should do that because you're interfering with nature, and I need to hunt because it's exciting for me. Okay? I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. Okay, well, I just want to say that I love you. I love Benjamin. I love the dogs, and I'm really happy that we live in Albuquerque. I like it here. I like the weather. I like the people, and I don't want you to move. So I want to tell everybody out there, you know, cats are awesome. Dogs are okay. Get yourself a cat. They'll help you in the spirit world. I do run errands for my mother in the spirit world, believe it or not. When she wants to connect to someone or something and she's trying to reach out, I'm the one that guides her and gets her to the right place at the right time. So I'm a guide. I'm literally a guide that takes her from point A to point B because I have more conscience reach in the spirit world sometimes than she does, although she has somewhat of a reach. But yeah, I run errands for her, and we go to other worlds together, and sometimes we work together. Sometimes I work on my own. Sometimes she works on her own. I'm trying to hook her up with her, you know, beloved, the guy that she likes, but so far it hasn't worked. He's hard-headed and stubborn. Anyhow, I want to tell you guys that if you get a cat and you want them to shape up, just call me in. I'll get them in line. That's what I do with those dogs out there. I want you to know that I love you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed my message. I hope that you have a great week. And even though my mom can be, you know, weird sometimes, she's really a good person. I love you, Mom. I'm saying goodbye. Meow. Okay. And so now Mom's coming back. So at this time I'm coming back into my body. This is Donna Carol. Oh, that was funny. Thank you, Chloe. So that was a cute message from my cat. She's really a sweetheart. If she comes across as being a little, you know, Miss Know-It-All or whatever, she's really a sweetheart underneath it all. I want to say, you guys, animals, my two animals, they are like the loves of my life. I wouldn't know what I would do without my animals. They keep me sane and they keep me focused, and it keeps me it's helpful for me because it keeps me caring about something else other than myself. I would love to do more animal rescue, and when I get out of an apartment into a house, I plan to do that. If I can get a house and have a dedicated kitten room or puppy room. I'm a little nervous about dogs because I've never had a dog or even worked with dogs, but I think they're wonderful. I think you are all wonderful. I hope you have a beautiful week. I wish you well. And if you have any questions or want to contact me, go to my website and there's a contact form there. Or you can email me at lemuriandonnacarol@gmail.com. So until next week, and that's when I'm going to channel Benjamin, the gentle giant. You guys have a great one and take care. Bye.